isolation, day 15. I think I'll keep this one fairly short because there's not really a lot to say. In a kind of a way, nothing changes much from day to day. You can see I'm still in my dressing gown. I just kind of really haven't had the desire to want to even get dressed, to be honest with you. I know I got to do it because I got up this morning and I said to my wife, well, if you don't get dressed, how do you feel? You feel as though the day hasn't even begun. So partly for my own psychological well-being, I'm going to have to do that, yeah? What am I feeling about being isolated at the moment? Well, it's not really a great strain. Not at all, actually. I'm reading an awful lot of books. Really into Stephen King at the moment. Reading 11/22/63. Absolutely brilliant book. And actually reading it in a hardback. I don't know if I can show you. Hang on. Yeah. There you go. Hardback from Stephen King. And that is one meaty book. Look. That is a meaty, weighty book. Absolutely brilliant. If you just want to look on the back. If this is coming out the right way round, I'll be surprised. Okay. Couple of things, I suppose, usually try and jam a few in here. Apparently a government minister seemed to have lost 4,000 ventilators. Well, I mean, if we can get government ministers who will try to book ferry contracts with companies that don't even have ferries, it's not surprising he'll lose 4,000 ventilators. One of the more distressing ones, apparently London now, the London area are absolutely restricting ventilators, as we knew they would have to those with the greatest chances of surviving. Yeah, I mean, obviously you kind of will expect that to happen first in London, mainly because of the shortages that have naturally been brought about by cutting the NHS over the last 10 years. But anyway, whatever happens, obviously will be much more severe in London because it's a much more closely packed population. There are a lot more people. And the old COVID must have been spreading like wildfire through the tube and everything. So that one's worth thinking about. The other piece of bad news, I mean, I guess through Sky as much as anything, I don't pay that much attention to their bad news, but they are talking about the infection rate spreading, or the infection spreading exponentially. If it does that, the health service in any country will be very soon overwhelmed. Yeah, because you go 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. It keeps doubling and doubling. I just sent my son a piece where I said it's probably a bit like trying to fold a piece of paper in half so many times. You can only fold it so many times in half, and then you just it's like a wedge, it's like a brick, it's like a wad. You can't fold it any more. Each fold is in half and in half and in half. I don't really understand statistics, and I'm not that good with maths. But if the virus is progressing exponentially, that may not necessarily relate in the overall case fatality rate showing an exponential increase. In other words, if we're seeing the death figures increase, doubling each time, that's pretty scary. So other than feeling a bit scared this morning, oh yeah, once again, more lies from Gove and whatever on testing, absolute lies. Still, our frontline NHS staff, including ambulance staff, saying that they have the equivalent kit with like PPE that you might wear, your apron, your little pair of gloves and your mask that you might wear in a sandwich bar if you were making sandwiches. Yeah? Get your finger out, Boris. Get your bloody finger out. Go and get the proper PPE out to people like my son. Otherwise you're going to get, well, you're already getting, sadly, doctors and nurses infected with it and being off work. But testing, It's a joke. It's not happening. They're not doing it. Yeah? Don't know if they're not doing it because they can't afford the kit, or maybe, as somebody has once suggested, this is herd immunity by the back door. Could be, couldn't it? Herd immunity by the back door. Tories could always do with killing off a few of those that they'd call sick, lame and lazy, i.e. myself and hundreds of thousands, maybe a million or so disabled people. Well, they could probably do with killing us off because they want to give the benefits that they would naturally give to us, ones that we've paid into. They would want to give those to their billionaire friends, wouldn't they? So if they've got a virus that will nicely kill us all off and make everybody else immune, I wouldn't be at all surprised that might be why they're delaying testing. They might really want to get herd immunity by the back door. Tell me what you think. In the meantime, follow the lockdown, stay safe, keep in touch, encourage each other. Massive thank you to everyone putting their life on the line in our NHS and other services. Oh, and prepare for power cuts, apparently, because they might be on the way as the energy grid gets more workers going off sick. Okay, folks, that's me, over and out. Stay strong, stay safe, stay together, build communities, love each other, take care of each other, and work for the good of all. Bye.